Bless up, baby, our family. Welcome back to another live. It's your girl, and Isabel Rose. Welcome back, one and all. Once y'all come on the live, please to like and share. We have some more interesting things to speak on, from the whole washed up container on shore to the contaminated water. More on that, as well as another council erupt down by St. Anne's. The council erupt, and another councillor is basically bawling out, calling on this government, saying time come, enough is enough. So a council erupt over contaminated water, and now the St. Anne's Bay council erupt over roads. We've seen the integrity chairperson, retired Justice Carol Beswick, basically saying that she is ready to tackle and to eradicate our country from these high levels of corruption. And we've seen her taking a stance. We've seen her making her mark when she sent out, or when the Integrity Commission sent out, notice to 12 agencies in the portfolio of the Prime Minister as it pertains to land. They need the necessary information from them. So they're going to start collecting those information biannually. So every 6 months they're supposed to get update on land and all of the agencies that involve land as it pertains to this government. So we've seen Jesse James Clark broke the news of the whole fecal coliform in our water. And the Jamaica Labour Party, the government, having a fit over it because they never expected him to come out and let the public know what is going on. And so they're at a political standstill. It's like it's a political fight. They want to politicize Jesse James coming out to let the Jamaican people know what is going on, that we're drinking contaminated water. Senator from the government side came out. We've seen a councillor from the government side came out. The very same National Water Commission came out and refuted that there is no problem with the water. Even the Ministry of Health came out saying that nothing is wrong with the water. And now we're seeing Delroy Williams denounces water quality resolution as misinformation and political distraction. Them people are really serious. We cannot give an account for how much 10 millions we spent at KSAMC back when he was the mayor of Kingston. Coming out now, so we're seeing that they're really playing politics with our health now, They're playing with our security, and they have played with our health far too long now, with the deplorable condition that our health system is in. And now they're playing with our water. Water is life. And they might play with the water and politicizing this every chance them get. Every chance they get, they politicize this thing here. And I've seen where Jesse James Clark went on an interview with George Davis from CVM. And I said to myself when I watched a few clippings of it, why the People's National Party representative, knowing the biasness of some of these journalists, why do the People's National Party representative continues to go on their platform, continues to sit with them in interviews, when we know the outcome of the interviews are not going to be what the Jamaican people want to hear? They're going to be political with it and being biased with it. Now I want you to listen to a few clippings that I have right here with Jesse James Clark speaking to George Davis after we seen them coming out, trickling out little by little with the truth. The Ministry of Health reported that samples of water tested indeed came up positive with E. coli. Right? And we know where E. coli comes from. We know that E. coli in the gut, E. coli in feces, E. coli in soils and all those areas. And with them trucking water to the people in trucks that are not clean, it's not safe for them to truck those water to the people. So they're coming out little by little with the truth, but then again, they're being biased with it. So here this clippings of interview with Jesse James Clark and George Davis, and how Jesse James Clark had to stand his ground and saying that it's not from a political standpoint, but to keep the people of Jamaica aware of what is going on. And that on both sides of the aisle sits on the committee in the KSAMC. So indeed, it's not a political thing. But I want you to hear this for yourself.
And both sides make up the committee, both JLP and PNP persons make up the committee at the KSAMC. Both PNP and JLP members were on the tour with us, and everybody was appalled at some of the conditions that we saw. And I'm saying, we have been getting these bad results, and nothing, or recommendations have not been accepted, and that is why we decided to go public. And I'm saying it is unfair and it's disingenuous for anybody to come here now after the first that everything was fine, to now come and say that you have E. coli in your water and expect Jamaicans to just accept that. That is a very dangerous thing to say without giving us any context in terms of where it is. And I'm saying to you, not only did the Ministry of Health say that the water had in E. coli, NWC has already admitted, so it's not a case where we're trying to prosecute the matter. If NWC has admitted, and now the Ministry of Health is now coming clean and admitting, why is it that we're still debating that point in terms of whether or not the water is safe or not, when the NWC result is saying that the water has not met the public health standard, so it isn't safe? So why are we still debating the point of whether or not the water is safe? What we should be focusing on now is what needs to be done, the recommendations that were made in the resolution at the KSAMC to fix the problem. That is where we need to get to.
All right, so
and the problem is, I do not want, me personally, I do not want to be caught up in the political back and forth with anybody. I want the water issues to be fixed because there are infrastructural problems that need to be fixed for you to get better quality water. For example, filtration. Filtration is not taking place. And I want to go back to your point that you made about the sampling. That is only way you can find out what is happening, whether you're doing research or anything at all, is by taking a sample.
For sure.
If you want to find out what is in your body, you take a sample, whether it's a blood sample or whatever it is. And I'm saying that's the only way you're going to know what is there.
I take back the floor now to say to you. I take back the floor now to say to you.
Come on, you need to allow me to finish, man. You need to allow me to finish. And I'm saying to you, you cannot then say they took a sample. So that is not what is in the water. The sample is representative of what is in the water. I brought the results here and I showed you that both at source and distribution, they're having water that is not meeting the public health standard.
I take the floor from you now to say to you.
You refuse to accept that.
I take the floor now to say to you that you brought results, the most recent of which is February.
Yes, so you need
Today
to ask
is April. Today is April.
Yes.
And of course, NWC needs to be asked tough questions coming out of what has happened. But I say to you, if the most recent sample result you have is from February, how can you say in April that E. coli is in the water? You're talking about the present continuous when you use is.
Yes, but
so I'm saying, I'm asking you the question, how can the statement E. coli is in the water based on a sample taken 2 months ago be accurate and be accepted? That's one. The other thing to consider is this. I did say that the NWC's prolific nature, I don't want to say fecundity, I'm trying to find a smaller term, the rate at which they send press releases talking about treatment plants being shut down. We know that treatment plants are shut down whenever there's an issue with water quality or there's an issue with turbidity, with put silt in the line, they bleed the line, whatever it is. You have said that no, even when they shut down the plants, it's not all the time that they deal with the water quality, and that bad water is still being distributed to the residents. That's a serious charge. So I'm just asking you again, if you're certain that bad water, even after the sample has shown that bad water is in the end, that bad water is still being sent to residents of Kingston and St. Andrew.
And what I want to say to you is that, first of all, NWC has admitted belatedly that residents were exposed to poor quality water that did not meet the public health standards. And I'm saying, at first, they denied this. The ministry also denied this. You might be late in asking for me to come on your program to do the interview, but that is what NWC says, and you're now saying that now in April I am saying this, and I'm saying that I'm not the one saying it.
No, man.
The Ministry of Health is now saying this in April,
based on February
that
results.
E. coli is in the water.
No,
I'm not the one saying it.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not accepting, and my public can choose whether they want to.
Yeah.
If based on a February sample, they'll accept something of the kind of E. coli is in the water in April based on a sample taken in
therefore,
February. I ask you this.
So the question that should be asked then is, why is it that now, when we are in April, why is it now that the ministry is just telling us no that E. coli, they have samples that had E. coli in the water?
Guess what? What you're saying now, of course, is a matter of record.
Why is it now
what
that
you're
they're just
saying now is a matter of record.
And why is it that when I came out and I did say that the water has been contaminated based on the February and the January results, that they did not admit it at that point in time?
What you are saying
why
now,
did they admit that?
Is a matter of record that the NWC will have to answer to when they come here. They were to have come here this afternoon, but I didn't want to cut councillors' time short to give them space, so they'll have captive time. But let me ask you this: one of your recommendations. You said.
So the recommendations.
No. Let me raise a point, please. One of the questions you posed, one of the points you made was that there needs to be greater investment in the water infrastructure to the extent that the facilities that you toured with your colleagues across the floor and you all accepted was in bad shape, that those can be resolved. And of course, the necessary things that need to be in place to test and treat the water are in place for the testing and the testing to be done properly and for the treatment to follow. But let me ask you this.
All right, so
it takes cash to care, you would agree. And you would know from your seat at the KSAMC that the KSAMC owes the NWC $151 million in unpaid water bills. So I ask, if the KSAMC, one of what, 14, 13 councils across the country, is in debt to the tune of billions to the KSAMC, to the NWC, where would the NWC get the money from to do the kind of investment that you speak of?
So first, let us go back to our recommendations. And the recommendations are not my recommendations or the People's National Party recommendations. These are recommendations from the Public Health and Sanitation Committee that is made up of both PNP and JLP members. So the JLP members also agreed with recommendations that the NWC need to install filtering mechanisms at some of these treatment plants.
Answer the following question, I'm running out of time.
Well, stick up in there, so ABR family. We seen him leaving from talking about, you know, what Jesse James Clark saying. He's not giving the councillor or this gentleman here a chance to answer the questions. But we're seeing what he's doing in this interview. Now he's raising this point of the KSAMC owing the National Water Commission millions. Right? When they had a mayor who was sitting in that post for 8 years, why didn't they speak or spoke to former Mayor Delroy Williams as it pertains to KSAMC owing the National Water Commission millions and millions of dollars? And why he chose to raise that right there and then with Jesse James Clark, when Jesse James Clark is not even the mayor of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. But even so, Andrew Swaby would have needed time. He's the newly minted mayor for Kingston and St. Andrew. Why didn't he raise those issues with Delroy Williams? You see what I'm trying to say? And I keep saying to myself, why do the People's National Party representative keep going to do interviews with some of these journalists who shows us day in, day out that they are politically aligned? Some of these questions that is throwing at Jesse James Clark should be thrown at the NWC. He should have gotten the NWC on the program before even Jesse James Clark. Because what he's trying to do is trying to show that what Jesse James Clark revealed to the public is from a political standpoint when it is not. That is what he's showing me in this interview. Let me continue.
So we have asked NWC to install filtering mechanisms, and what I'm saying to Jamaica is that a lot of these sites, they can be fixed. The problem can be fixed with less than $1 million. And if it's a case where you want us, and we have a good relationship with NWC in terms of paying our bills, everybody knows that every government agency, there's not a single government agency that doesn't owe another agency money. That is the reason why we can get some things done in healthcare now. And just from a last minute.
I just want to let out of time. No, I'm telling you that you're out of time. No, the newsreader is here.
I just want to let the public know.
Councillor, we have to finish now. We have to finish now.
CT scan machine or MRI machine.
We have to finish now. We have to finish now. We have to finish. The councillor has taken up his privileges, and you can't leave.
And just from a last minute.
I just want to let out of time. No, I'm telling you that you're out of time. No, the newsreader is here.
I just want to let the public know.
Councillor, we have to finish now. We have to finish now.
CT scan machine or MRI machine.
We have to finish now. We have to finish now. We have to finish. The councillor has taken up his privileges, and you can't leave the set just yet. You have to wait until the theme runs, sir. Yeah? So that's the time. Councillor Jesse James Clark, in charge of the Trafalgar Division, Opposition Junior Spokesman on Health, making his case for the water in the KSA not being of the required quality, and calling out the NWC and other state agencies, including the Ministry of Health, to come clean with the public. The NWC and the MOH will have questions to answer based on what has been said here this evening. Thank you for your time.
We are not just saying that water is contaminated. This is what NWC is saying.
Stick with me now.
And NWC result is saying. No, hold on. Let me finish the point.
Yes.
And not only coliforms, but when you have something like E. coli,
and that's where I was going.
Turning up. When you have something like E. coli turning up, there's no tolerance. There's no limit for that. Once E. coli is present, you're in serious danger. And that is something that we need to hold our agencies to account, because you must remember that initially when I came out and said this some weeks ago, I was vilified as being a mischief maker and making up these results. And is when it came out that it is our NWC's result that is saying that and now the Ministry of Health, the same ministry that came out and said that the water is safe, the environmental unit came out and said the water is safe, is now saying that E. coli is now present in the water. What I believe is happening is that trickling out of the truth, little by little.
But hold on, Jesse.
And I'm saying, just tell Jamaica the truth and let us help you to fix the problem.
Hold on.
That's all
I have not seen any correspondence from the Ministry of Health that says E. coli is in the water. And here's why that statement couldn't have been sent. Because they say E. coli is in the water. That's not how the ministry communicates. And you know this. Because the ministry could not say E. coli is in the water. What they could say is that a recent test taken showed levels of E. coli at that time. So I just want you to straighten it up.
I just want to ask, how are you going to know E. coli is in the water or not if you don't test it?
But of course, you
have to use the test result to tell you if it's there or not. So if you test it, if you test it, hold on. Let us not try to mix things
and
up.
That's what I'm trying
I want
to
be
not
abundantly clear.
Yes, I want to distill the issues.
So let me say it.
Yes.
And let me explain to Jamaica. Jamaica, you can look up what E. coli is. It's an indication of fecal contamination.
Yes.
E. coli should not be in your water.
Yes.
And we all saw the media release this week that says that MOH is now saying that some of the water samples tested positive for E. coli.
But that's not the same.
Hold on, let me finish.
I can't let you get away with it.
No, but you have to let me finish the point.
Yes, but hold on.
No, I'm going to finish the point. And I'm going to finish the point.
No, man, we proceed with the show on facts. Hold on,
NWC, and I'm telling you some facts. And it's either you want to hear the facts or not, Judge.
No, man.
NWC has, I'm going to finish. I'm going to finish.
No, Councillor, as my guest.
NWC.
Councillor, as my guest. Remember, I have chairman's privilege right here.
All right.
Don't forget that. Good? You as my guest, I give you every respect.
Yeah, but you have to allow me to explain it to you too as well.
Councillor,
So as your guest, you need to be courteous enough to allow me to answer.
No. As my
you need to be courteous enough to answer.
You should allow me to play my role as chairman.
Yes.
So I'm saying to you.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to listen to you.
The Ministry of Health did not say E. coli is in the water. What the Ministry of Health said was that samples taken at a point showed E. coli. Is that not true?
No, I want to ask Jamaica.
Yes.
How else are you going to know if E. coli is in the water?
No.
I'm asking a question. How are you going to know if E. coli is in the water or not if you don't test it for E. coli?
Let me take the break.
The only way you can know if that NWC says that there are fecal contaminants in the water.
Let me take the break and come right back, and we can reset. This is Lead Story, talking with Councillor Jesse James Clark. He represents the Trafalgar Division in the KSAMC. He is the opposition's junior spokesman on health. More after these.
So this hear it there for yourself, instead of throwing those questions out to the Ministry of Health and to the National Water Commission, he's throwing those questions to Jesse James Clark. Even if the sample was taken back in February, ask the NWC and the Ministry of Health, why is it now that they're coming to say that sample tested back in February has E. coli in it? It was because of Jesse James coming out and revealing to us that fecal coliform is in our water. That is why they're coming out liquor by liquor with the truth. They are caught and they cannot spin this and they cannot go around this one. So all who are coming out to call on Jesse James Clark to resign because he chose to put the people first and let us know what is going on, all those who had the sample from in February, whether it's from the MOH or from the NWC, all of them should be removed. All of them, and all the government senators and councillors who were calling on Jesse James Clark for blowing the whistle on us getting contaminated water, trying to downplay the truth and talking about him being, a liar, all of them must step away as well. They should be made to resign. But because a party shop thing are gone, the leader is not going to remove them. This man here coming on this interview talking about he's the chairman or he's the chairperson of the interview, and you're not giving the gentleman the opportunity to answer the questions that you're throwing at him. And some of those questions are not supposed to be thrown at him. Those questions are for the powers that be who kept us in the dark while they know that the water was contaminated. They got the samples from February. Ask them that. But because they're playing politics, even some of these very same journalists here playing politics, that is why he's behaving like this on this interview. When you see what I say, ABR family, big up yourself, Nardi, big up to UB Comrade, big up to Vian Miller, Rennie, Swaby, big up yourself, Unique Ray, Marcia Mirage, big up on yourself, all those who are watching silently. As when you come up on the video, please to like and share it out. We're still on the issue of the contaminated water. You hear the exchange right there, so between Jesse James Clark, the councillor who gave us that revelation a few weeks ago, and this government is coming out now to basically telling us that the water sample tested back in February had E. coli in it. So if it has, we're not sure of the amount, whether it's a small amount as I stated in previous videos, or it's a high amount, it is still contaminated and we should not be drinking. But yet still they're coming out to saying that we should not be alarmed. E. coli in the water and we shouldn't be alarmed. People on a boil on the water and all on, as others would say, have the privilege to purchase a filter to filter out the water. So they should be coming out. They should have a press briefing to inform the nation of the levels of E. coli that is in the water. So if it's contaminated February, war I gonna stop it from being contaminated in March and in April. So what is that interviewer even saying to Jesse James Clark? Wanna see how them a politicize the thing, ABR family and viewers? Wanna see how them a politicize the thing? No man, a small fry like Jesse James Clark because them feel like say Jesse James Clark not so prevalent out there as a counselor. They feel like say, yeah, they can bring him for an interview and make him look like a fool when they are the ones who are looking like the fool. Jesse James Clark are the hero in this. And them can't put no doubt and no cloud in our mind. We see what game they are playing. They're playing with our lives. They're playing with our security. And the time has come for us to stop them from doing that. We people who should have out on the street a protest and a demand safer water. We seen the government councillors them basically cause eruption in the meeting at KSAMC, who Mayor Swebe was basically trying to come up with some resolution as to this contaminated water. And this very same councillor was raising contaminated water in his area from as far back as to last year, May, according to what Jesse James revealed. And I'm going to make you say what took place.
Go ahead, Councillor. Quite a thought about the race that, as my colleague said over there, that you should have a resolution, you should have come here and what I'm saying, everybody have a right. Everybody have a right. Councillor, right? Councillor. And we come here with a Councillor John Myers, I will allow you to speak now. I'm not going to Muslim. Yeah, no, I'm not going to. I'm just saying to the councillors, reminding them that they have a right to speak. Allow to speak. Allow the councillor to speak. Go ahead, Councillor John Myers. I don't see this as a resolution. It's a resolution where in rural areas we drink in the water and the water is very good. But over a period of time. Just take the point about it, please. But I'm going to the point. Don't go in. Right? I am going in the point about it. Alright, I'm going to allow that little last thing because you have to. What I'm saying, I don't believe a resolution. The resolution that Councillor John Myers, what I've heard is say you can get up after the move and the second and make your contribution. Councillor. Alright, another point. I'm not sitting here. I'm not sitting here and listen to a resolution like this. No, Councillor John Myers, a political resolution, and I am standing right here and telling that this resolution is a political resolution. And you should have bring a resolution. 5 months for the finance, we can't get no answer about it. And I'm not sitting in here and listen to this resolution because I put the people in your ear that drinking that dirty water. I'm not listening to a political resolution. Fix anything. I don't want to bring a revolution here. can't hear them. I have video for 5 months. Don't have a report outside of the country. I know that we have a market of political reason. What about the finance report? 5 months they are here around here. They are not just learning how to when people can't get water to drink. We need to know about that. The most donkey that you make for people to get better water supply. I'm bringing up political water. And a part of the government, and I'm sitting here to destroy the credibility of my government. Thank you. Water is life. Water was life. And now look going to bring everything to the government. Yes.
You all heard in his statement right there, saying they're bringing politics, and as I stated before, he was one of the councillors who raised the water contamination from last year, May, according to statements from Jesse James Clark. He even went as far as to say that the People's National Party, that them never fix no water, and that they're playing politics. But let me refresh him brain a little bit. Let me refresh his brain a little bit and give him some of the history of what the People's National Party did. So after its formation in 1980, the NWC began consolidating and expanding water supply systems island-wide. Between 1989 and 2007, several significant projects were implemented. And from 1989 to 2007, when you think about who had the leadership over Jamaica. Kingston Water Supply Improvement Project, late 1980s to 1990s, aimed at rehabilitating and expanding water distribution in Kingston and St. Andrew, including upgrades to the Mona Reservoir and the Hope Treatment Plant. The Great River Water Supply Project, 1999 to 2004, in partnership with Vinci Construction Grants Projects. This project involved constructing a drinking water treatment plant at Logwood and increasing pumping and treatment capacity at Great River, St. James. It also included a pipeline linking Great River to Lucy, enhancing supply in Northwest parishes. This project won Project of the Year in Jamaica 2004. Martha Brae Drinking Water Treatment Plant upgrade, early 2000. Improvements to the treatment plant in Trelawney to boost water supply reliability in the Northwest parishes. Spanish Town Storage Facilities upgrade, 2007. Enhanced storage capacity to improve water distribution in St. Catherine, addressing urban growth demands. Jamaica Water Supply Improvement Project, early phases, late 1990s to 2007. A multi-phase initiative to reduce water loss and expand pipe water access across multiple parishes, including Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland. So when him come and say, the PNP no do nothing, and if I know them know say water is life. See the legacy, 2012 to 2016, NWC projects during modernization push. From 2012 to 2016, the NWC focused on improving service reliability, expanding access, and modernizing infrastructure, often with international partnership. Jamaica Water Supply Improvement Project, Category B, 2012, continuation of earlier efforts. This phase included network upgrades and treatment station enhancements across the island. It was recognized as Project of the Year in 2012. The Port Antonio Water Supply Project Stage 1 completed 2015. Aimed at improving water distribution in Portland, this project involved pipeline replacements and system expansions, earning Project of the Year in 2015. Mona and Hope Treatment Station Rehabilitation 2011 to 2015, upgrades to these key facilities in St. Andrew to increase capacity and reliability for Kingston's water supply. The Bosco Bell and Elliston Flats filtration plants, design build started in 2015, initiated in 2015 with Vinci Construction grants project. These plants aim to enhance water treatment capabilities in St. Mary and St. Andrew, though completion extended beyond 2016. The Northwestern Parishes Water Supply Improvement Project 2010, ongoing efforts to improve supply in St. Anne, Trelawney, and St. James, including pipeline expansions and treatment upgrades. Santa Cruz Water Supply Project in the mid-2010, expanded potable water access in St. Elizabeth, addressing rural demand growth. What has this government done for the people? We see them go out with some PR and them go to Mason Hall and them say 1,100 people are going to get water and they only have 4 1,000 gallon. Ian Ailes went there. Ian Ailes show we. I played it on the channel before. Ian Ailes went down to Mason Hall and he questioned the people. He questioned over 10 persons. And they said they not no water in them pipe. Them have to buy water, or if the rain fall, that's how they will get water. So when we see Matthew Samuda, a man like Matthew coming out, little Matthew coming out and talking about them lay pipes and them lay this, and they behave as if they were the only party ever in government and they were the only party that has ever done something in Jamaica. The 4 1,000 gallon black tanks that he put up down there saying that it's water project to give 1,100 persons. 1,100 people can get water out of that. 1,100 people can get water out of that. And because the people took video and circulating it on social media, and we, the social media warriors, put it out, they come in to say it's fake news. So why hasn't he responded to Ian Ailes, who went down to Mason Hall himself and showed us, went door to door and spoke with the people, and the people come out and told us? Easy yet to come and refute. Easy yet to come and put out another statement. But yet still he's steady talking about they lay pipes and they did this and they did that. And they have always been giving the people water and the people this and the people that. See the legacy here? See the legacy here? Now, on the matter of the chickens that they said this container washed ashore. I have a footage here to let you listen where a JDF Marine personnel basically letting us know that they were made aware of this container out there coming towards Jamaica's shore, and they basically did nothing about it. But I seen evidence from Wayne Lonesome where he basically showed us the transit of that very same container, and that it was supposed to be heading to Cayman, but it made stop in Jamaica. And I'm sorry that I don't have the footage for showing. But me I gonna make una hear from this Marine soldier here letting us know that they knew. Because we didn't say it to ourselves and I say, how is it that a big container like that suddenly came up on Jamaica's shore and nobody out there we are patrol with seaports them never see this, but yet still them would have say a man if him a swim across with a bag a ganja in him hand, or them would have see a man, or them would have see one small boat or something with people running on shore. Them did say when the Asians them did a come ashore, right? But they did not see this container. We were saying, we were questioning that. But lo and behold, I'm gonna let you hear from this Marine personnel. Hold on, let me send over the footage to my device.
Lieutenant Commander Michael Ferguson of the Jamaica Defence Force Coast Guard revealed that the authorities had been notified nearly a week earlier that the container had fallen overboard in Jamaican waters.
We would naturally, in this instance, activated our mechanism, responded to doing a couple things. Firstly, ensuring that shipping in the area is aware that the container fell overboard to ensure for maritime safety so that no collision occurs at sea. And then we move to deploying our assets to identify, locate, and track the movement of the container so that we can collaborate with other agencies who have direct responsibility to treat with the other aspect of the protocols. So all of that was done on our part once we were alerted to the container falling overboard.
He stated that as soon as the alert was received, the necessary steps were promptly taken by the relevant authorities.
In this instance, as we were doing our response mechanism, as it's unfortunate that the response of the public outpaced the relevant agency to
Which is my
respond
question, sir.
to
Why?
secure.
But why? That's my question.
It may be due to access limitations. Terrain limitation is accessing the area as quickly as possible, and as such, the response mechanism on the part of respective agencies to secure the shoreline and also the container may have been limited at that. But once they got on scene, I'm aware that they naturally went on to securing the area and containing the situation.
The lieutenant commander noted that while it's not uncommon for containers to fall off ships, such incidents are rare in Jamaican waters. He emphasized that retrieving lost cargo is not part of the JDF Coast Guard standard mandate. Additionally, he explained that there was little the team could have done to recover the container at sea before it eventually drifted to shore.
Once the container fell overboard, there is no immediate mechanism to pull the container back up on a ship, because that would take heavy lifting equipment and crane, somebody to secure a container and try to pull the container to water, which in itself is a dangerous activity, especially under the weather condition that we had over the last weekend.
Do you have the same role as the Marine Police, the JCF? Do you have the same role?
The Marine Police mostly focus on matters within our inland spaces and within the territorial water, within a 12 nautical mile. Our main focus is based on our maritime law enforcement responsibilities. We do narcotics interdiction and treat with matters more further offshore.
So if it's a case where a container rarely falls off a vessel and it rarely ends up on Jamaica's shore, what he's basically telling us that the people, after them getting news of it a week prior to, him informing the relevant authorities, they couldn't have removed it within that span before the people them get to it. That's what he's saying to us. And he's saying that because of limitations. So when basically I said this, so then all of them agencies here are grossly understaffed, and I spoke about the understaff of certain critical agencies. So if they are not, and I was saying that to myself, my brother out of many, what if it was a container filled with explosive? And that come to my mind when him was speaking, and I listened to him speak a while ago, you know. And then I looked in the comment section and seen your comment, you know. So the people would have get to it, and then everybody would have dead off. When they are the ones out there supposed to protect the coastline and to protect we the people of the country. So it's not adding up. Him story not align with what has taken place. None at all. It seems to me as some form of cover up him coming out with. Because if you don't know, say, the thing fell overboard after the vessel a week prior to the people them getting to it. Why you never make arrangement to find out what is in the container then? So you make the people them get to the container before una the professional? No, sir. You have to ball out on that one, yeah. This not safe.
Ball out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me I go to Portland. Why me I travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
ABR family, this one here is above me. This one here bigger than me. Or I should say this bigger than we, but we have common sense and we're seeing what games or what time it is. Now, on the screen right here, so I have Morland Wilson, who is the MP for down West, and a councillor who crossed the floor and has won the seat in his division. Battling now after there was already a delegate vote to who to represent the Jamaica Labour Party in the upcoming general election. Now, Garfield James, it's alleged that he was promised the seat after him did make him grand crossover from the People's National Party. And as me say, it's okay for who want to cross, but it's alleged that he was promised the seat to represent the Jamaica Labour Party in the coming general election. And right now, another face-off go on between him and Morland Wilson, because some of the delegates say Morland never did do no work, and we're seeing the whole heap of news unfolding with Morland Wilson, you know, doing whole heap of undermining from who he not pay, which blogger he not pay, for carry out lies on other personnels. At one point, a blogger came out saying that, you know, he was called, texted many times via this MP, telling him to put out dirt on Ian Ailes, because Ian Ailes a beat them bad down there, you know. Ian Ailes call himself the performance man, you know. And the people believe that Ian Ailes has the zeal and will to carry the baton to the finish line and to serve the people. these members of parliament, some of them on the government side, if not all of them, not doing nothing in their constituency, and it's only when election time coming up, you see them running out and looking votes from the people and they will do anything to get this vote. But him never know said James would have run him foot at you now. So it is said that James was promised the seat from one of the hierarchy of the Jamaica Labour Party. And right now, a battle about to go on between him and Morland Wilson. It is also said that this whole selection going to take place in a Garfield James area. And that Morland is forced to take his people them to this selection here that is about to take place. And it's alleged that some of the names, the delegates for Morland Wilson, will be removed from this list. So basically, them are trying to show Morland, say, look here, Garfield James, them a say. And no matter who them put up, I hear and hears the people them want. That's what I'm hearing on the ground. And so them can go and have them whole heap of infighting. But the people them done with the Morland Wilson after all this revelation here. We've seen Venetia Phillips, who says that she's his campaign manager. She reached down a west. Only to find out that it's alleged she is a part of the whole undermining of Morland. And one bagger Cuss and mix up. But we are just highlight certain things as it pertains to them, you know. We not focus on them because at the end of the day, the people them don't want them. A time for them all to pack up and go, whether him did win off of him own ticket or whatsoever. The people them say, nah, do not walk down there. And the people them now have time now for we rise up people when they're not working and performing as how we elect them to work and perform. By any means necessary, we have to move them. And so that is what's taking place right now down there in West. So the selection I go on in a Garfield James area. And the delegates, some of the delegates from Morland area are being crossed off of that list. So it seems to me right there is a sure win for Garfield James. The people them done with your Morland. Time for you go away. But me I follow Ian Ears and call him more or less. Him nah do nothing down there. So more or less you have to go away. You have to go down. Today. After what revelation I heard, and big up yourself, Miss Winnie, for sending me that little clip with Partner Jar TV, Andre Stevens, and the lady breaking that story to Andre. I heard it from the clipping that you sent me, Miss Winnie. So big up yourself for that. Big up to all the moderators on the platform. Remember to like and share out this live. Big up to my members of the membership, Angela Ivan Wallace, and big up to everybody with up on the live and I support the movement. We come in with the information, whether them like it or not, them can't muzzle away, and them can't buy way out, and them can't pay way off. Them can't link with a telling a lie upon nobody. We come in with the truth and nothing but the stinking truth. As Senator Floyd Morris would say. We're coming with the truth and nothing but the stinking truth. Now we're seeing the new IC chair, retired Justice Carol Beswick Lawrence. Basically letting Jamaicans know that she's on the mission. She's on the fight against corruption at all levels and that she wants to achieve the corruption-free Jamaica. And as I stated before, me always love to give people them fear shot. And so we're seeing where the Director of Corruption Prosecution of the Integrity Commission was specifically told, according to news article, not to reapply. Her tenure, or 3 years tenure has expired, and they no longer want a Kamika Prince. She has to go. And so the newly appointed chairperson of the Integrity Commission, retired Justice Carol Lawrence Beswick, has signaled that as head of the anti-corruption body, she will dedicate herself to advancing the mission of a corruption-free Jamaica. And that is what we want, and that is what we are striving for. And she responded to questions from the Gleaner. The invitation to consider an appointment as chairperson of the anti-corruption body was unexpected, she said. She quoted, "I had not anticipated being called upon to lend my efforts to the significant work of the commission. I recognize the immense responsibility of serving as chairperson of the commission." The IC chairman noted, adding that she ultimately decided to accept the role, asked what steps, if any, she intends to take to safeguard the reputation of the IC as it carries out its mandate. Lawrence Beswick said it is crucial that the credibility of the IC remains intact. And I applaud her for that. I repeat, it is crucial that the credibility of the IC remains intact. She argued that in a similar vein, lawmakers should be interested in safeguarding their individual and collective reputations. A good reputation is built on trust, respect, integrity, and consistent ethical behavior. Behavior that reflects these characteristics safeguards a good reputation. When we have a prime minister who has 28 bank accounts, refusing to give the necessary, the vital information to our Integrity Commission, can we trust someone like that? I asked it already, and I'm going to ask it again. And based on these statements via this new retired justice chairperson of the Integrity Commission, I am feeling a sense of hope as it pertains to our, fight against corruption. Right? A U.S. Department report stated that Jamaica is struggling as it pertains to corruption and on a whole, and money laundering as well as other financial crimes and fraud. Can we call out the SSL saga anymore? When will it end? When will it end? When under this government, the regulatory body flagged the institution, but what did they do because of them friends and them come below? They lifted the suspension. The former minister says that he could not find the report. Him not know where the report there. Isn't that negligence? Isn't that incompetence on his part? He could not find the report after he was given the report that Bangaranga Guana SSL. And long after, he said he took a weekend and went through his filing cabinet and he found the reports. What can go so? What can really go so? We want people who will come and serve without fear and favor. And we know that was the mandate of the former chairperson, so we do not expect any less from this woman. So I am giving her the benefit of the doubt. I am holding her to her words. She said it. You have to build that trust with the people. You have to build trust for people for trusting you. Your character must speak for itself. So when a prime minister is coming to say that our anti-corruption body is targeting him, knowing that he has 28 bank accounts and he cannot explain these massive unexplained wealth, he can't explain it. A deep dive into his financial affairs and he cannot explain it. But you want us to believe that you are being targeted by our Integrity Commission? Eh? How is it that you're being targeted when you have been given chance upon chance? You have been given time. I wouldn't even use the word chance. You have been given time to bring the relevant information. But because them call you God and you accept the name God, so you're behaving as if you're God. You're not my God. And so therefore, as I stated before, and I will continue to state, I will never take my platform and call him no God. No mankind is no God over me. And so I love this part that this new chairperson is going. I love this the talks that she's making. And we're watching to see if she will walk the walk as how she talk the talk. She also reasoned that both the lawmakers and the IC are mandated to serve the Jamaican people and to work towards making the country better. If both work together towards this goal, the possibilities for success are endless. Can we get more than that from this lady? She is telling us this is what we want to hear, this is what we want to see. We don't want our lawmakers, when the bill was passed for the Integrity Commission to hold the powers that be and to fight against corruption, be it in public life or not. The very same Prime Minister said that the People's National Party, the opposition, must leave the Integrity Commission, must leave the anti-corruption bodies to do their job. Why, after so many years of them writing to you and you writing to them, why hasn't they been able to certify your statutory declaration? Why haven't you been forthcoming with all of the information that is required of you as it pertains to your assets being disproportionate to your earnings? Why then take our Integrity Commission to court when we know, we heard it from the former chairman, that whatever they put in their report are facts? It is factual. Factual. So we are not going to believe you, Prime Minister, over the Integrity Commission. We're not going to believe you when how much thin millions have been passing through accounts affiliated with your name and you still cannot speak with our Integrity Commission to let them know how you come by them money there and how them are float round, from whether it be from businesses or through your accounts. Bless up, my brother. You're live on the ABR show. How you doing? I'm all right. Go ahead.
Like, let me join the live late. I don't know.
Yeah, man, you're on the live now.
I saw earlier an interview with Jesse James. That's his name.
Yes.
And which radio station is that?
It was on CVM. I believe that interview was yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah, I think so.
Who is that guy who interviewed him? Who is it?
George Davis.
Come on, man. This is a joke. Come on, man. Just come on, Jamie. Come on. Just don't take an interview with these guys.
Yeah.
Don't. I'm so disappointed.
My gosh.
What is going on with PMP? What's really going on? What's really going on with PMP and this judge? Guys, you know, this man plays his hand. The man is a JLP activist. Why you make... What's going on? We don't need them. We don't. I'm so upset. And I'm so upset that words can't come out of my mouth, man.
My gosh.
We don't need those... What's really going on with PMP? I know we're a different set of people, but come on, man. John Davis. John Davis are crucified everybody like PMP. You don't... What you expect?
Yeah.
From John Davis.
True.
Until I PJ Patterson, until I Mark Gold, until I everybody. And you're gonna interview with Judge Davis? What's really going on, Anissa? I'm so upset that I'm speechless, man.
My gosh.
I'm speechless, Jamaica. What's really going on?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need them.
Not at all.
We
Not
don't
at
need
all.
the
Bias.
JLP.
Mm-hmm.
Bias.
Mm-hmm.
One-sided.
Yeah.
Oh, you come up with something man talk about. You're talking about is. The man made the president the report from February.
Mm-hmm.
You see what he have to say about the water from February.
Yeah.
NWC came out yesterday or the before said yes, it's correct. Why you questioning the young man?
Mm-hmm.
Why you questioning the young man?
Shouldn't all his questions be posed to the NWC and MOH?
I'm so disappointed that I cannot believe that Jesse James find himself with Josh Davis. Jeez, I'm hurt. PMP, stay away from this. Stay far.
From the bias medias.
From the bias media, stay far. The young man put Jamaican people first. Let them know that it's filth water they are drinking.
Yeah.
You can do certain things with the young man, and I said, "This, come on, man."
We see what them a do, brother.
The evidence is there. The evidence is clear. NWC came out and said, "Yes, the young man is correct." So whether it's from February or January, the young man is correct. It's in the water.
Yeah. So even if it's from February, the sample, who should be blamed for just coming out to tell the people?
NWC and the government.
Thank you very much. So I don't know where my try spin.
Oh, you try spin, young man? I'm so disappointed with the judge. You don't see what's going on in the media. You don't see how them deal with PMP on a different level.
Yeah.
They deal with PMP on a different level. That Judge Davis and Big Mama radio station.
My God.
If I have some connection to PMP, I would really call somebody and say, "Yo, listen to me. You guys, you don't need them.
Yeah.
Be careful of them. They don't like Jamaica. They are getting handouts. They're getting paid. So they don't care about people. They care about themselves and their family only.
Yeah.
Because now I'm been waiting on that radio station to call the Prime Minister and have a serious interview with the Prime Minister about how him feel going into the election with these clouds hanging over his head. Nothing from them.
Nothing. You're not getting nothing from them.
But you try to question the young man who break the news that the water is not good for consumption. This is a joke.
You can't make this up.
You can't make this up.
You can't make this up. And them say them are the best journalists.
Yeah, it's up. I was watching TVJ News, midday news today. And I don't know if it's lieutenant or lieutenant, what you want to call this young man.
About the
Young
picking. I just played it a while ago. Yeah.
Young man, who send you out, young man? Who send you out to come start garbage, young man? The young man said him know from 1 week.
My
And
God.
you can't find the container?
Yeah.
So I want to ask if the container turns submarine.
Hey.
Because it's only submarine go on the water bottom. So this container go on the water bottom and accidentally it end up right at Jamaican shores, right where everybody can get the chicken. I think people stupid or what, man?
Why them really take with a boo-boo the fool?
They take us for such. The Prime Minister came out and said, equip the Coast Guard with everything they want, helicopter and everything, and you cannot find the vessel?
A huge vessel like that?
You can't have a white if a big log coming from out of the ocean, coming to shore, you see the big log come.
Yeah. But them not see the container. Or them see it, but them not do nothing about it. Then supported one whole heap of bomb. Jamaica flat.
Suppose it was a bomb. But this right for Jamaica clean. This is serious. Young man, you shouldn't come out and say nothing. You should. You sound so stupid.
And he must say him a lieutenant, commander.
Lieutenant, 1 week, and you can't find the vessel? You can't find the container?
No, sir,
A
this
white
not
container,
here.
that?
You not see it.
So, Jamaica not safe. And we need an election, man.
Call it.
Election, man. Call election, man. We're tired. Call election. Call the election.
Sir.
Because after the container fine, police, I know you don't see a police car in all this scene and say this maybe can be a crime scene. Nothing. Free for all.
Nothing. The people them got to it before the professionals. Can you imagine?
Do you think this could happen in Canada? You think this could happen in America? I know small island, in Caribbean island, this could never happen.
Only in Jamaica.
Listen to me. See the chicken? It's a face. It's not chicken, man. It's more than chicken in that container. It's
I
more
agree.
than chicken.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
It guy came and said 1 week in get information that the container fall off our ship. And you can't find the container.
The container lost in translation.
You know, the container go in the Bermuda Triangle. And Bermuda Triangle, the container end up on it. For some reason, it appears right at Jamaica shore. What's really going on? Nobody have integrity again in Jamaica. It seems like everybody sell out.
Corruption is the order of the day.
Corruption is a 9 to 5 job at Jamaica.
My God, pays well.
Pays well.
So
very good.
Nobody no want integrity. My God.
So nobody don't want integrity. Nobody don't want nothing like that. It pays well. Corruption. It's a job. It's a job. Honestly, Anissa. It's a job. Oh, if I can say.
So true.
Mocha, Fed, everybody's corrupted.
Mm-hmm.
From top to bottom. From top to bottom.
Corruption is
Everybody's
right.
corrupted. They take $15 million to turn on computer and light SSL a month.
And to pay
And you
staff,
have
and they're not
500
thinking about the investors who his money was
And you
stolen.
have 500,000. So you want to pay to investors?
Mm-hmm.
500,000 US. But them people. My car election, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We're tired. The country is bleeding. The country need a reset. Call election, boss.
Yeah, man, reset. Mm-hmm.
The country need a reset. We need
Time
some- we need
come.
back- we need- Yes, time come, man.
Mm-hmm.
Time has come. I've never seen anything like this in my beautiful country.
My God.
It take over by corruption at the highest level.
At the highest level.
It's right in our face. It's not hiding anymore. It's obvious that it's a 9 to 5 job.
Mm-hmm.
And you get well paid.
True.
Well paid.
You know, see
Honestly.
all who mix up in it, then well off.
I'm super rich.
And they're
They're
getting
super
some
rich.
little small fines or some slap on the wrist.
400,000.
And when them a chop, big.
Jamaica.
And them a give them some little lunch money. The 900,000 and 400,000 with them spend all in a week.
Fine. A big corruption.
My God.
We're talking about millions.
Mm-hmm.
Can they go to prison?
Yeah.
This lady, she's been charged with criminality. And she's still in our parliament.
Mm-hmm.
Listen what she's in the parliament.
And the Prime Minister said, they never hear what the Prime Minister said she's backed by popular demand.
Yes.
My gosh.
But the case where them find her 900,000, there was no recording of the proceeding. So she's not criminally charged.
Eh.
God, there's no record. Can you? Here's something that going to Jamaica. It's not recorded. So there's no criminal charges against her.
What will you say?
But listen back, him attorney, I don't remember the guy name. I don't remember the name. Say it wasn't recorded.
My gosh.
Jamaica, America, I'm begging you, man. We need help. Jamaica need international help. We need help. Jamaica need healing.
I agree. So true.
Yeah, man, the country. You remember first time how the churches was so powerful in Jamaica? You remember?
Only
How the churches
we
was so
can't count
powerful
our
in
hand.
Jamaica?
We can't count our fingers. Yeah.
I stand up.
I stand up, yeah.
Everybody is. It's a money grab. It's a money grab. But God, I pray every day for Jamaica. I pray on my knees that we're gonna make an example of this prime minister. He must go to prison.
Yes, man. Divine intervention.
Yes, we need. Yes, this prime minister have to go to prison. We're gonna set. This will never happen in Jamaica history again. A prime minister like this 4 consecutive years. In can't even get him money.
Uncertified.
Uncertified. The prime minister have the biggest house in Jamaica. Them say it's a drug dealer house. Only drug dealer house big like that. All that there's a prime minister them from PG, Portia, Bruce. That's him quarter at the prime minister house. The stone wall alone are millions. And this man I come from 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom a Cumberland Road. 60 are beaten in a class. Peep in a chimney. That's where him coming from. Super rich.
Super.
The wife selling a market. Selling a market with the mother. I mean the wife. In the market sometimes they spend so much. Sometimes in the market you have to cover your nose. And the lady came out and said, anyway, garbage there at the PMP live.
Mighty
God beat
God.
them. God have to beat them.
What an insult to a people.
Eh?
And them say them love people.
And that's the young lady I come from in the market with the mother. And he came out and said, anyway, garbage there. And that's a PMP live. But my mother always tell me one thing, my grandmother, I had the monkey climb.
And the more I'm exposed.
More them. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis.
So true.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt with Jamaica, man. I'm hurt. Jamaica land we love. Beautiful country. But corruption. Corruption robbed from everybody. Corruption robbed from everybody. Corruption is so it's bad.
True.
It's really bad, man. I'm hurt. I never knew to see my country coming like this. Everybody corrupted.
My
I came say, boy, even look at the GG. The GG is signing off on documents. And constitutional and must sign documents. The governor general, you know?
Yeah.
The box top with the governor general, he must sign off. Just imagine that.
Him not have no understanding of the law and the constitution, it seems.
It seems to me. But then give him elevator and I'm also value much millions and he can't walk upstairs anymore. He need elevator.
Yes, sir. For the back of the taxpayers. Yes, man.
Christ, God.
Yes,
Father
sir.
God, we need help. Father God, heal the country. The country is bleeding, man.
We need it.
Cover it under your blood, God. You're the only one we can call and depend on right now. The country is
That is
bleeding.
it. So true.
We are suffering. We don't deserve this. Jamaican people don't deserve this. We don't. Sis, what a wonderful program you're keeping, man.
Thank you, my brother.
I love the program.
Thank you for your
Keep the
support.
fire burning.
Most
Keep the fire
definitely.
burning.
Thank you.
Keep the fire burning. Respect.
All right. Blessings.
Blessings.
You hear from my brother right there. Y'all heard from him right there. Jamaica is bleeding. We need divine intervention. Blessed evening, my brother. How you doing? You live on the ABR show?
That's it. Evening. 3-1, you listen to ABR.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know where Jesse go over that station this morning. Go get an interview. But this one get the interview.
Between yesterday and today, yeah. I think, yeah.
Well, I tell you. But you see, you have to understand, you know, George is like shit, you know. That's a shit, man, you know. Like right pole. So shit water don't have nothing to eat. He love big up in a piece, you know.
Where you say love ride?
Yeah, he love right pole.
My
So,
God, look at her.
Yeah, man, he love big up in a feces, man. The man clip news and the whole of them, man.
My
Especially, you
goodness.
know, them like the smell of shit and them like the taste of shit. So that's why you know problem to him. That's why they try to do the man. So man, you understand me? They don't like nobody talk about this shit. That's why you know, cause them love shit, you know.
My goodness.
Yeah, them love shit. Them love mingle up in a shit and all and something there. So you see, I feel their speciality that. Yeah, man, I blame me if I'm going over there, man. Shouldn't go over there. Shouldn't go over there. Shouldn't go over there and give him an interview, man. The man I did, the man
I
like,
said the same thing.
You know, like when police are the prisoner.
Yeah.
Like some wanted, man. I said the man I did the man. The man never give the man time to explain and to show the point to my talk about. And I act like the boy. When I ask the Minister of Health why they might take so long to come out to address the situation. Why not call the water commission?
The Minister of Health upon tour.
But you still supposed to have somebody acting on the
But him
capacity.
supposed to have somebody act. Yeah.
The permanent secretary is there. The permanent secretary is there. So he could have called the permanent secretary. Why them take so long to react to this?
True.
You understand me? I said to you? You understand me? Yeah, and him I got talk about say no April and from February. Well, if the test is done in February, if the test is done in February, we don't know about April now and March, April. January and February show us the water, shit water, people are drink.
Yeah.
We talk about that. So if I even wonder with that shit water, people still get shit water.
Yeah. So what am I say?
What am I saying? That make no sense. So you should have known that the man is politically bad. So you shouldn't have an interview. But the kind of understanding I see is true is a genuine youth and him have a good heart.
Yeah.
You understand what I said to him more fair, make the public aware of the situation and know how serious this thing is.
Yeah.
Him go there with a good intention.
But him stand him ground, you know. Him talk up and him stand him ground, yeah.
Yeah, and how can you as an interviewer carry somebody in your program? I want to muscle them.
Yeah.
What can I do?
You ask the question and you don't want the person to answer. You want control and overtalk the person. Give them a chance to speak. You pose a question to him, make him answer the question.
Right. And make him explain himself.
Yeah.
You understand me? I said to you, you can't call somebody for your program and you want to muscle the person.
Yeah.
I overtalk the person. You allow the person to talk. That will show you how corrupted these guys are, you know, and how corrupt the media space is, you know. You understand me?
But I bet you they don't dare do that to the Prime Minister.
When I see the Prime Minister, I'm not the Prime Minister say, how come mistake that decoration?
It's alleged that him and one of them will fight for going out with Senate.
Yeah,
but make him go there.
Look, you know, the Senate was used to be a place of class. No, the Senate of pass.
My goodness.
Jamaica Labour Party stain up the Senate.
Stain it up.
Stain it up as a little cover boy. Some little nasty, dirty boy. We're supposed to be in there. We're not ready for them police there.
Yeah.
Senator people used to look, some senator people, when I use that government, look up on senator. When they look on a senator like AJ Nicholson, you see them on the talk with clarity, genuineness and love for the people. Them are youth and some cover youth, them are like trash.
A party them I say.
Yep, where's the man Jamaica? I say Andrew put some people that senator. I river can dump them if I go.
Murder. Rubbish.
Straight garbage, man. Not even rubbish, garbage.
Garbage.
Not rubbish. Garbage, man.
Yeah.
Garbage. You burn rubbish from a garbage, you're dumb. Straight garbage, them, man.
My
straight
God.
Garbage. Senator no place now, man. The Senator staying up, man. Stay up, man. We need good governance in this country, you know. This country gone to the dark, you know. We don't realize that. Me the call I tell you before about the church. All the church, most church don't sell out. They don't have the integrity.
The church is a business.
It's a business. They don't believe in a God. They don't believe in a God. They don't believe in a God. Because if you believe in a God, you must believe in truth and right. And you cannot believe in God. you cannot serve God if you don't believe in truth and right and dignity.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I say?
Yeah.
These churches are all about money making, money business. You can buy them out and then that is it, and then good to go.
And it shouldn't be.
And it shouldn't be. Well, you see all this corruption going on, all this dirty thing going on, and you never hear one of the churches association come out and speak against it.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody more lack. Press association lack. But as the PMP, anybody my PMP come out and say something, them jump down, them choke.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? I said to you, when them thing need to stop. Country too corrupt. Everybody just get one be corrupted. And because of the head of the stream is dirty, the whole stream got dirty because everybody wants on chopper. Everybody does, the man does nasty the place.
Mm-hmm.
Corrupt and nasty Jamaica.
Him nasty at the whole Jamaica.
Yes, the man nasty Jamaica, the man left a shitty stain all over Jamaica.
Jesus. A reality.
The man nasty poor go Jamaica, man. The country can't run, so we can't come up, we can't, Prime Minister can't come up and talk about integrity. He can't come out and talk about corruption. The man speak a budget speech for about 5 hours, the longest budget speech ever by
in
a Prime
history.
Minister. In our history. And the man never mentioned, nothing about how I'm going to try to grow the country, how I'm going to try to create jobs, how I'm going to try to create wealth for people, how I'm going to do to the agriculture. Talking about, I'm going to blame the PMP, and I'm blame from in the 70s, and I'm blame from in the late 80s to the 90s, to the 2000s. The man not talk about no substance. Up to now.
He put everybody to bed.
And him can't tell you who get rich, and who not get rich, and who get rich have a things that, but he can't tell how he come by, how him get so rich. How one bedroom, how him get so rich. Him can't tell everybody, but him don't know everybody get so rich. Him don't know him can't tell him get so rich. So if you know about the business, why you can't tell the Integrity Commission where you come by your money?
Yeah. You're supposed to know your business more than other people's business.
Definitely. So why is it, you understand what I'm saying? So why you can't tell and you can't talk about your business? You can't let Integrity Commission so they can't certify you. If you're gonna tell Integrity Commission how you come by your wealth, they would have certify you.
Yeah.
Them have no plans. No plan at all for the country.
If him not have nothing for hide, all him have to do is provide the schedule and expenses and settle it, you know.
For sure you say, all this country go backward. Whoever Williams get the Minister of Education at 79.something%. Passes by CXC and above. She take it from that to 18%. Now them give her finance. What do you think she will do with the finance sector? Remember, you know, the same minister can explain one tax the poor level of workers, you know. I want to let the richer people them scotch free, you know, not pay the tax, you know. That's what Mark will answer, she book shop and can answer the question, you know.
Yeah.
And
I remember.
And I was putting her to it. That's doing the after if one person she talk to, you know.
Yeah. Hey.
And she see money until say you can't, not 3 years, you can't save 72,000 and look at Probox, you know. By them telling inflation to all of the money there, you know.
We go pay down pan Probox. And when we show her the Probox where that can pay down pan our buy.
But look at buy that, even that inflation, I'm going to have the money that can buy a bicycle.
Mercy.
Yeah, that's what I said to you.
Probox government.
You know, so we're blind. The man sold himself by pay done and chopper. And be a chap the man, and know if it do, the man know if it do agriculture, man know if it do for the country. And be a chap the man, chap. You see the man is stifling agriculture and they bring in all of the goods for themselves, import everything. The man in no business with Jamaica, and them themselves I get rid of them family them. The man then come to advance, come to the place, show them for 5 more years. The him and in kids them and in grandkids them. You think I lie myself? You don't myself I lie myself. I say on a plantation, 3 quarters of Jamaica live on. It's like when they say Portland and Vansland. I don't want to live on Andrew on this land. I want to live in a Jamaica land we love.
Yeah.
Like 2 years and tell us I own this land we live on.
Because everybody own Jamaica, eh?
Everybody own Jamaica.
Like it will out give them or them have a title for it or something.
Them more have a title. You You know, they will them not give our Jamaica to the People's National Party. So they must want Jamaica.
Some a true your talk, yeah.
That must them want Jamaica.
When you make a statement like that, a true.
So me never know say if me go to the polling station, me now go to the LP. If me bound, even if my vote still them count. Me never know that some people vote account again. So the Jamaica will over to the JLP.
Yeah.
We have to get rid of them, man.
But definitely.
We have to get rid of them, man. This can't continue, so, man. This can't continue, so. And I hope this new chairman or this chair lady of the IC keep up, because a long time Kamika Prince ago, that piece of shit house there.
My God.
Long time she put on. Long time. Corrupt like our prime minister. After the man catch him on the hook, she let him go off. The man hold him on the hook, tell her she let him go. Every time the man hold him, she let him go. She let go the prime minister.
May I say?
Yeah, man. We need good governance, man.
Definitely.
We need people with integrity. We need people sign a code of conduct. We need people where we can look and say, yeah, man, the prime minister start the declaration declare. Check Jamaica Gazette, I will see it.
Yeah.
Well, we need to them things we want to see. We need to know that every prime minister, every minister sign a code of conduct. We can say, yeah, man, and we need to get the impeachment law in that people like Dalrymple and Senator something. When you Senator we charge it, let them charge 400, but the judge just slap him on the wrist and charge him 400,000.
Leslie.
We don't want them in our parliament, our government. We don't want them. We want the tax, when politicians keep taxpayer money, you rob the whole generation. They might pick them on the barn, you rob them. And then there's something we want come out of our country.
Yeah, we want it to get better.
Barbados have half the result of Jamaica have. And Barbados is better than we. That means we must doing something wrong. We must do politicians too corrupt. We must doing something wrong. If other country don't have half the result we have, why we live so? Why we are this way? You know, something must be wrong. We have to change, man. Time come now, man.
Time come,
man.
Thank you, my brother.
Time for change, man.
For real.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for calling. Big up yourself, my brother. Time come. I share the same sentiments. Time come. Thank you, my brother, for calling. Anybody else want to share before me share this part of the video where I'm showing you the eruption we're going again in the St. Anne's Council? So I'm going to show you what going on in the St. Anne's Bay Council where the Erupt with beer and they're calling out the government. This is Ian Bell, a councillor from the People's National Party side.
I am not dealing with this on any political grounds. Mr. Chairman, I am dealing with it on the basis that we have human beings that is suffering in Top Upton. And this council, led by the mayor and the CEO and the Minister of Local Government, the Honorable Desmond McKenzie, have no care in this world for the people's life in Top Upton. We want to answer about Top Upton today. The people must suffer. We want to answer today. Mr. Chairman, I think it is deserving that these people hear something. Not even current in certain sections of the place, because the JPS truck can go down there to assist them. Not even current.
The wires are still down there and ground cannot be reached. And this council sit idle by it. Mr. Chairman, I need to hear something today about Top Upton. And the people of Top Upton want to hear that this grace and a wicked activist and caring government. I want to hear something today, Mr. Chairman. I want the CEO to go make a call to the permanent secretary. She's the one you can talk to. And we come back and make the world hear what she said. What you just say? I didn't hear what you say. Give time on. What are you talking about, Mr. Chairman? What are you talking about, Mr. Chairman? Give time for what? Yes, man. So we don't come back next month and they give time and come back the next month and they give time. And the people continue to suffer. What is it that you are saying? You know, Mr. Deputy, you know that it is an unconscionable act by whoever orchestrated it. Because it is not just like that. But in your deeds, remember, I don't live there. You know, allow the deeds want to make up and plan up or whatever. I don't live there. And the majority of people, as was said to the mayor, that I don't pay them mind because I know say the majority of them are Labourites. That's what they told the camera and the mayor and the shoe when they went there.
So it's since last October the people of Top Upton has been without electricity, bad roads and all of that, and so the council has been talking up for them, and he represents the Beachertown areas, and he has been talking up on behalf of the residents, and he's basically coming out to slam the government of their neglect. And you hear the chair sitting there telling him to give it more time. From October till now, one more time, them want. The people in can't dwell in a darkness. The bad roads. Since the other day, we see them a roll out, but them are going to roll out 1.5 billion per quarter for road patching. And the materials where them are use don't make one drop of sense. Because as your quintal little rain fall, it uproot again. So waste is a money there, so the council is talking up for the residents of his area, and you hear say him for give it more time. The chair a try for muzzle him. The chair a try quiet him. So from one municipal cooperation to the other, expressing their disgust at the negligence of the hands of this government to our people. Negligence. 9 years of negligence. And they want to come and roll out things in the year of the election. And then want to tell the people don't make nobody battle for their mind. We're battling for the truth. We're not battle for nobody mind. We want the truth. The people them want the truth at all costs. The people them elect couldn't forgive them the truth. To serve them with fairness. Bless up yourself, Kevin Crooks, all those who just joined in the live. Bless upon yourselves. Thanks for joining. Please to leave a like on the live and to share it out. Big up yourself, Pat Brown. What can really go so? But you be our family. I'm not going to spend any longer with you upon the live. Anybody wants to call in to share their thoughts, their opinion, can feel free to do so. The number is pinned at the top of the chat. 954-288-6467, WhatsApp only. Outer many said Jamaicans better wake up. Blessed day, my brother. You're live on the ABR show. How you do?
Blessed day, my sister. Yeah, the whole, me tell you something, we don't have no government.
We don't have no government.
Nah.
So we're on autopilot, the ship has steer itself.
Yep. Then if container cannot float, come to Jamaica by itself. Then it must autopilot.
My goodness.
After autopilot, because look into it. There's no way in our history every government, every system can feel so.
Tell the truth.
So when all of them will get the raise of pay. We say of performance wise and all them things, them should have returned back that money.
That me say too. Same so.
Because guess what? The whole of them sit down at them yard when them fair work. The only time you see like them at work when them sit down in a parliament, and that's the only thing them do. Come and sit down in a parliament, pass legislation, and chat shit. So me I say, that's all them do. Because not one of them do nothing at all.
My goodness, that's a shame.
It's a shame. Them get 200% raise and not one of them do nothing at all. At all. The only thing me see the government come to is cut ribbon. One ribbon.
One ribbon.
That's it.
My goodness.
And break ground.
And the things them can't take off. So I break the ground and the things them not take off.
The man break ground, tell them to stop, because we soon get earthquake.
That's me.
The amount of break this man come break ground. We don't want him break no more ground at Jamaica.
No more. No, sir.
We're bad lucky already. We're bad lucky at everything already.
A serious matter, but yeah, make me laugh. No more groundbreaking. Time I go cause I am a trigger of the earthquake them in the place.
I am a trigger of the earthquake them from where they man with this groundbreaking and all them things, man. Everything come with him. Yes, man, we go PR to the groundbreaking for this and groundbreaking for that. And all that way, man, do a break ground come like a somebody who own the land. What do that? So
no,
like my break ground for somebody. Every day him coming, him have a build prison, him have a build school, him have a build hospital, and all him do a build him account.
Him have a build parks.
And parks. Everything him have a build. So all him do a build up him account. So me I say, and
my
all
goodness.
of them and it's a shame. This is some Labourite. Because you can say it. I run behind this man and don't have nothing.
Nothing.
All of them in a parliament rich. When they're on the Labourite side.
Them can't stay there.
Them rich. So them look 5,000, look 10,000, 50,000, where them take go no monkey money that.
Monkey money.
Yeah, them rich.
That's how them blow up in a day. Not even a day, in a minute.
Not even a day, sister.
Them
rich.
Rotten rich.
Them rotten rich. That's why you see them fight to stay in power. All of them when you see in there. From a pin to an anchor where you see up on the Labourite side. Rotten rich.
Yeah.
You hear me? All of the money them when them give out to go fix road. To go this, to go that. You see nothing do? Nothing do?
The carpet road them a mash up same way.
Right. And then them turn on and sell people water. As me and you come and say, boy, you do them shit up.
My God.
Because they carry shit going to the parliament and show everybody's not with them shit, them start give people shit water for drink.
See it there?
I don't want nobody talk about it. You see me, everything them come with it and they don't want nobody talk about the truth.
Yeah.
If the people them say, boy, if a man say boil the water, how the hell you have to come to the people and say don't boil the water?
And there's nothing to be alarmed about.
Yeah, that don't sound good when you come and say don't boil the water. I don't know what the man say. Because either way or not, we normally boil the water. You see me, but when you come and say, when you don't boil the water, there is nothing. That sounds fishy.
Contradicting.
Yeah, that sounds fishy. That sounds like a government something. I should come and say, boy, yeah, all right, we'll just boil the water still, but there is nothing inside of the railway. You understand?
Yeah.
There's nothing inside the water, but you still can boil the water. Yeah, but no, you can't say don't boil the water. Who do you think me ever believe? Who you think me ever believe when you come and say don't boil the water? When our next man say boil the water. You think me ever going to drink it, so? Them stupid man. All them do is come with them little dirty mind and the little PR when them have a run out.
Yeah.
It a run out, sister.
Definitely.
There's nothing this man can do to convince them Jamaica again.
Really?
So it's best for this man step away. You see me? This man got to take up guns off of the road and put in a parliament. Because them a blogger, them a vlogger, them a do something for him. This man is stupid. This man take up guns, this man take up people who are jerk chicken and can go put on the school. School board.
Say them a board.
Them a board this and board
Yeah.
that. You know what in the country around that stuff?
Them a project manager, them all kind of things.
I'm a project manager. You see me? The country can't run so. And the rest of the fool them we have followed back this man talk about Andrew. Them not see where them a go. Only a few people I get rich.
Yes.
The only thing I get are 2 spit.
See it there?
A spit when I get who I run back at Andrew. I want to wake up and see what I go on. Any Andrew get one more time in this, the whole Jamaica done because it's already half 3/4 way. Because needs are coming pound slowly but surely. Needs are coming pound slowly but surely.
Fling on the needs pan them.
You hear me say? I know if I want to talk about this and I don't know nothing what the needs is for.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me say? I don't know nothing. Because I know if I want to read, I want to have the understanding.
Not true. Right now.
Nation first. When you do nation first, them want to push on certain ID pan.
Yeah.
Why? Do nation first.
And we have idea already. Yeah.
And we have idea already. In that India, I'm going to see the India people of them people are slavery. Because we know the Indian them are slave. We're not free to talk that. You see what I say? Them carry them all both over the world and them have to work back their money. So much you want to come have it.
Yeah. Indentured laborers.
In our own country.
You
understand?
Yeah.
We feel work with Chinese. We feel work with Indian. None of we must be no boss. That we realize I go on in our country.
Him alone for be the boss. Him not say him the boss for every boss.
No poor man we come from the ghetto must be no boss. We feel work with people. Look into it for the strictly and nothing. Why then inside of the parliament again? On one side and muzzle the other side because the other side can't talk.
My God.
I want to jump up Mark Golding. Mark Golding saved with enough time.
Yeah.
Enough time now when you say Mark Golding got court and make court jam down certain things. Only thing they don't feel it.
True.
Only thing that just PMP never feel it.
Them think again.
So when the man go to court and go chop that and go stop certain things, and the whole way my defend.
Definitely.
I don't want to jump up and cuss Mark Golding. If Mark Golding never did that way more, I'm sorry for the whole way. Anyhow, it wasn't the opposition, it was something called fool. Opposition Jamaica done.
I'm doing work, man.
Everything when the man them come in the parliament with them pass and the law, and we couldn't do nothing about it.
True.
No, we couldn't do about
I
it.
would see them try override all the constitution.
You know what going already? Which part in the world you ever say the opposition side have meeting and all them things and police are lock it off? In an election time. People at Jamaica are not idiot. A dictatorship will go under. We already underneath it, but make this man get an next chance how to say for look at Nyam until when the man say Nyam. We never say for look at beard until the man say beard. It ain't gonna see nothing yet.
Prison style.
Although a whole heap more corruption will come out with him, we don't see nothing yet. So I don't want to jump up broker and give one more chance on this. You think a balloon? You think it's a balloon? Remember, some go one big balloon upon the chance, you know. I have to pick a hole before you can get to that.
All right.
Take out that one day.
True.
One more chance, and done, we're done.
That
Him get
is
9 already, and him don't do nothing more than blame the next party. Him get 9 already, and him have more than 9 bank book. You hear me say? When you look into it, him get 9 already, and him try quiet on the people them to bring the country to a safe zone. What burn out corruption? When you look into it, him get 9 already, and 4 out of the 9 him not sign up the code of conduct or the whole 9. And in the correction, he can't
certify. I'll know.
Certify. And 9 him get already. We don't look into it, people. Police kill the youth them and nothing now come out tight.
Mm-hmm.
We don't look into people. The man that go overseas and bring in every other people and the one that were graduated from UWI can't get no job because they don't have the experience. So how them going to work if they don't have the experience?
Mm-hmm.
Look into it, people. You don't graduate for the nurse and can't get no work.
Yeah.
Because this time, because that no experience, but yet still I'm go overseas go look nurse.
Yes, sir.
I want to check out what come to you. Jamaica is already sold.
Definitely. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for calling, my brother. Big up yourself, yeah.
More blessings every time.
Same to you, big up.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear it there, sir, Jamaica is already sold. I'm taking the last 2 calls. About to jump off of the live. The other 2 persons who were trying to call and they can call back. Call back, me hear what I say. In the meantime, you know me have to play this tune before the live ends. Blessed day, my brother. You're live on the ABR show.
Hi, good day, Ann Isabel. How are you?
I'm alright. How you do?
I'm good. This is Head Boy.
Okay. Nice to hear from you, sir. Big up yourself every time.
Yeah, man. I want to tell you it's very good to be on your platform.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the synergy amongst the bloggers in the social media space.
Definitely.
And so I want to tell you, you're one of those bloggers that it's like you're a part of my daily breakfast in the morning. You're an aromatic.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Big up yourself.
I look forward. Every day I just refresh, keep on seeing what videos coming. So I want to tell you, keep up the good work, man, because you're doing a very good job.
Most definitely. Yeah? Thank you. Yeah.
You're doing a very good job. But, I want to look at this thing with and I know a lot of people might be rejoicing, yes, the IC Commission chairwoman or chairlady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I don't think people understand this woman's political background.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Did you know her husband was Paul Beswick?
Paul Beswick. No.
Right, which was from the firm Beswick, Ballantyne and Beswick.
Okay.
By the way, her husband was a defense lawyer for Dudus.
Okay.
Let me go again, and it's not alleged.
Mm-hmm.
He was also a defense lawyer. He was also a lawyer to a lot of the JLP members, including one of my good friends who died. Lawrence Broderick, who was the member of parliament for Northern Clarendon in 2007 to 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So most of her husband's clients were actually from the JLP.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that now.
And if you realize the first thing that she said to a couple of days ago in the cleaner was that she's saying, she want essentially what she's doing is agreeing with what the parliament has been saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? That the matters need to be thoroughly investigated before you give an update, which don't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the issue that we have been having, Nobody is saying that you're supposed to interdict anybody. And most of the time when the Integrity Commissions send out something, they already have done their investigation in any way.
Mm-hmm.
So we have been calling for a middle ground where the IC can actually give a halfway update. So if the update is, we are currently investigating Frank Joe for this matter, right?
Yeah.
We're not saying that you're going to just come out and tell us everything, because you obviously have to have some sort of evidence.
Definitely.
Yeah?
True.
Before you interdict people, because look at the cases like with Michael Phillips and even the guy from down Central Westmoreland.
Yeah,
the
that's
matter was different.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They pleaded guilty because they were unable to have declared in time, not that they committed any crime.
Yeah.
So those are simple matters. Those don't warrant any prosecutorial issues.
Mm-hmm.
But we're saying in cases like, for example, the Prime Minister who from 2021 his statutory declarations has been uncertified.
Yeah.
and the commission still remains mum, and why it cannot be certified.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see a new commissioner come to the fore and she's going to tell you that she's virtually agreeing with what the government is saying, that they need to allow
Completion.
more thorough. Yeah, no, I don't think that is right, because anywhere in the world that you're under investigation as a politician, remember, a politician is not treated like a normal citizen, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is what these people are forgetting. If you can't take the heat, don't go in
the
kitchen.
kitchen. Amen. Mm-hmm.
Don't go in it. And I'm saying, even if it is PNP members who are found who are under investigation, give us the update on them.
True.
We need to know.
Because from about 2 years ago, we learned of the 6 being under investigation. We should have some more update on at least those other 5. We know that the Prime Minister is one out of that first 6.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So you're
Go ahead, sis. Sorry.
So you're correct. We should at least get some more update as to how far they are with those, or we should at least be getting some more of those reports out in the parliament now.
But I tell you what the chess player did, right? What the chess player did was, by taking the Integrity Commission to court, what he has done is virtually tied up the Integrity Commission's hand.
Yes.
So the matter of the illicit, remember now, he's asking for the court to strike
out the illicit enrichment
plan. So all of those 8 persons, including himself, the commission cannot publish anything relating to their matter. And I think the ordinary Jamaican don't realize that that's what has happened, Yeah. So once the word illicit enrichment is mentioned, the IC cannot say anything on it until the court has ruled.
My God,
right?
so
And
we
I'm
all
saying,
have to wait for October the 13th.
And you realize what is happening. So they are very smart, because what is happening, and I'm saying this ought not to have been. The case management system in the courts should have allowed this to be a matter that should have been dealt with urgency in the US. Right? When you have matters of constitutional matters like these that require constitutional review, they are called up immediately. Meaning they trump remember that constitutional.
Yeah, man, this should have been expedited for real.
It should have been expedited, and what they're doing is playing with the clock.
Yes.
Yeah, they're playing with the clock because they know. Now, look at the funny thing. If it was a matter where, what they're afraid of, and remember too, don't forget that the courts, no matter what nobody want to tell me, and I know Isaac Buchanan might disagree with me, but the courts still inherently have some sense of political intervention. They inherently, because the court management system is still monitored by the Ministry of Justice.
Yes.
It is still monitored by the Ministry of Justice. So there is some tinkering, and don't make no mistake, a lot of these judges you see lately, I see some people being appointed to senior position as judges, and I know their politics. Yeah? These are people who are close people to GLP operatives. Yeah? A lot of our judiciary has been penetrated by people who are close friends of both. And I mean, you've seen it in the PNP, you've seen it in the GLP. So I'm not going to just come out and pretend as if it has never happened under the PNP.
Yeah.
But what we're asking for is that the judiciary must have that sort of, even if you are close to somebody, when it comes down to justice must be blind.
True.
Yeah?
I agree.
Lady Justice must have a veil. But I don't want to spend too much time on this one because I know you have to go as well.
Yeah.
But the next issue I want to look at is the council. Right? And the council matter in relation to the water. Right?
Yeah.
And what is sad, right? It shows you the level of corruption. When I say corruption, in the sense of how these people want to corrupt the truth, or they want to mishandle the truth. Because people don't know, Jesse James Clark is in fact a doctor. Yeah? His specialty is actually in public health.
Yeah.
Yeah? So he studies the disease control and disease prevention mechanisms, right? So when he was able to obtain the research and saw it for himself what was happening in these areas and see it for himself what was happening in these areas. You know what is shameful? An institution of government which normally is separated from the politics, NWC, would come out and say the man is lying. Right? And then 2 weeks after them come out and say yes, he was telling the truth. And the same Ministry of Health now is saying, yes, the water dirty, but it's safe to drink. What can go to?
Exactly.
It's either it is dirty but not safe to consume. Or yes, it is dirty, not safe to consume, so we suggest that you boil. Which is all Jesse James was saying, Jesse James was not calling down the system, they were just merely saying the water is of a certain standard, that you must boil it.
Yeah.
And they have made this become blow it out of proportion.
And playing politics, yeah.
But it shows you, and I agree with the caller before me, when you have people like an idiot, like an Elon Thompson, right, who can be sent to the Senate, right, the caliber of the Senate. I remember the days of a young youth watching the Senate, yeah, AJ Nicholson, right, KD Knight in them glory days, Lambert Brown, right, Senator that was in charge of coffee, Norman Grant, even though he might not be the bestest of speaker, but you used to see some real rigorous Senate discussions, right? Even the same Dwight Nelson and others. The Senate has just turned into like a little damn, you know, when they call it commander pen,
party shop,
where anybody Andrew Wallace feels he owes a favor, he sends to the Senate.
That's what's happening, yeah.
And whilst we're at it and I go now, all I have to say to Andrew Wallace, if you so brave and bad, why don't you call election? His meeting at Belmont Road, you know, was to stop the bleeding, you know. A lot of people don't understand why that meeting was called at Belmont Road, you know.
Yeah.
There's an internal bleeding in the JLP and them manages the leaks that has been coming out.
Yeah.
The cracks have been there for a long time.
True.
A long time. But what is happening now is many persons are sensing that they're about to lose. So you know when you're crying, it is the cry for help.
Yes.
So a lot of the persons who are crying out this crying, they're crying for help. Because the Westmoreland situation, a lot of people didn't listen to that voice note properly, but I did. You realize in the voice note, they said that Wheatley was supporting James.
Oh.
Listen it back again. Listen it back again. And Venetia denied that Wheatley was supporting James, that James was only saying that. But if my memory serves me right after Wheatley was dismissed from the cabinet and sent out, what did Wheatley say in an article? That the price of political loyalty, that politics has no loyalty. So don't forget this, that Wheatley has never truly forgiven Andrew Wallace.
Okay.
And based upon what I'm seeing happening in the JLPs, that a lot of camps are now reared because they know the JLPs actually not planning to lose, meaning they want to lose, but they are preparing because they know they have lost. So they are looking at who can take over the party post Andrew Wallace.
Yes.
Yeah, and Andrew Wallace is looking at who he can put in a seat to take over when he loses, so that he can still remain as party leader.
Yes, definitely.
Every party do that. That's why you see all of these new people who are forcing the seat, even though the people them must say no to them. Yeah. Anyway, sis, you know it's good. I'm not going to overstay. Me welcome.
All right, definitely. But you're always welcome.
Yeah, man, and keep up the good work, man. I really appreciate the work you're doing.
Thanks again, and thanks for coming on. Bless up yourself.
All right, sis, cool.
So you heard it from Ed Boy himself right there. And many of what he touched on, some of them, a few of them are news to me. But we know that Andrew is doing this chess move to, you know, keep himself strong even when he loses this general election so that he can stay in leadership. He doesn't want anyone else to get the leadership of the Jamaica Labour Party. But he has brought the party to his knees. They see it for themselves. And they still sit with him. don't willing to throw him overboard, but the price they'll have to pay. So without further ado, ABR family, this is where I depart. Thanks everyone for coming on the live. Thanks for the support, the continuous support on the channel. Big up to all my callers. Big up again, Ed Boy. Thanks for coming on.
Where they come from, send him back, every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send him back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send him back. Reverse the curse, reverse the curse. Reverse the order, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse.
Chelsea Clinton, big up yourself. She says Andrew Holness is politically diminished and finished. Andrew, your time done. The time has come. Pack your bags and go. The Jamaican people have had enough with you.
Where they come from, send him back, every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send him back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from.
As Rasta says, the orange is ripe, so we are going to juice it. Big up to the integrity boss, no other than Mark Jefferson Golden. We stand on the side of integrity, and the word is always love. Big up, everybody.
Where they come from, send him back, every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send him back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti.
Big up yourself, Jacinth. Big up to Madeline Brown Butler. Big up yourself.
Where he come from, we send him back. Reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the order, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody said.
Stay locked in, ABR family, to all the social media warriors, the aromatic, the lonesome, the mystic sensation, the bowler. Big up to Hot Off the Press, Talking Mind TV. Drop the other social media warriors who are fighting for the cause of Jamaica, better Jamaica. Big up to Aunt Jen.
The curse, reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the order. If a king's house.
Big up to Sir Rattigan. Big up to all the other social media warriors fighting the cause for a better Jamaica, a corruption-free Jamaica.
Where they come from, send him back, every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, send him back.
Big up to the Partner Jar TV. Big up to Hot Topics.
If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti.
Rumba Time News, One Avenue News, Ibania. Big up on yourself.
Where he come from, we send him back. Reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the order, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody said, reverse the curse, reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse, reverse the order.
Stay tuned, ABR family, for the next video, for the next live. Remember, on your way out, please to leave a like on the video and share out the video.
Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from, listen him up. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we say listen him up. Reverse the curse, reverse the curse, reverse the yard.
Big up to dancehall royalty.
Reverse the curse, reverse the yard. Somebody said, reverse the curse, yeah. Reverse the yard. Somebody reverse the curse. Aye. Reverse the yard. Over Jamaica. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the yard. If a king's host, if a God the host, if a the prime minister.